Bhumi Pujan ceremony in Ayodhya. So first, Prime Minister Modi will be visiting the temple site. That will be at around 11:30 a.m. Prime Minister will then take part in the ceremony that will last to at least 1 hour and will unlikely may also deliver a speech after the ceremony. Several senior BJP leaders, including senior leader Ayodhya, who was associated with the movement as well, Murli Manohar Joshi, Kalyan Singh and Uma Bharti will be attending the Bhumi Pujan ceremony in Ayodhya. Alright, so that's the big breaking news coming in. It will be significant if the Prime Minister does decide to speak after the ceremony. What could he possibly say? And it will be, of course, a widely awaited speech and ceremony taking place. Remember, in many ways, this could be not just religious, but also a political move to show that the government had started and the government was planning and was part of the ceremony as well at the site. A lot of seers and saints had asked and requested the Prime Minister to be present on August 5 for the Bhumi Pujan ceremony as well. So the itinerary will be at about 11:30 a.m. Prime Minister will first go to the site, will take part in the ceremony, and that the ceremony will last at about 1 hour. And then a speech likely is also expected. But importantly, not just the Prime Minister, there will be BJP leaders and leaders who had led the movement in the 90s as well. And leaders like Ayodhya, Murli Manohar Joshi, Kalyan Singh, Uma Bharti will be attending the ceremony. Remember, it's been for the past few decades extremely controversial, a political issue as well. But with the court having settled the matter on August 5, there will be the Bhumi Pujan ceremony. We're going to stay with the story of what precisely is expected on the 5th of August. These are file visuals on your screen as well. And will it be a grand ceremony or will it be a more modest day with regard to the COVID pandemic restrictions as well? Remember, earlier 268 names were put on a list, but now 200 is sort of the limited number. So what exactly is expected to happen on the day? Shivendra Srivastava is now joining me. Shivendra, on 5th of August, are we expecting a speech as well by the Prime Minister? And will there be all these leaders of Ayodhya, Murli Manohar Joshi, Uma Bharti?
See, this is a very important visit of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, which is going to happen in Ayodhya on 5th of August. He'll reach around 11:30 in Saket Mahavidyalaya premise in Ayodhya, and his helicopter will land at this time. And after that, he'll attend this Bhumi Pujan ceremony in Ayodhya. Before that, lots of arrangements are being done by the administration of Ayodhya, and also like painting and beautification of this city is going on now, and this will go on till 5th of August as well. But the most important thing is that who will attend this ceremony, because due to corona virus infection, there are some changes. 268 people are invited in this ceremony, but names are not revealed yet. But most important people in this all Ram Temple movement will be certainly invited, and they will advise for this social distancing and follow all the norms. But this visit is going to be very important because BJP and central government is planning very big, and this is going to be watched all over the world, and they will take benefit of it in coming elections as well.
So just take us through the itinerary yet again. At what time, Shivendra, are we expecting in the morning for Prime Minister to reach? What is going to be the ceremony? And many would want to know, have they restricted the ceremony to a number? Is it going to be a grand ceremony in Ayodhya? All this amid the COVID pandemic. Over to you, Shivendra.
See, this ceremony is certainly going to be big, but on digital platforms. Lots of people are not invited in this ceremony because of this coronavirus infection in the country. But certainly BJP is trying to take all advantage of this big historical event. That's why they have placed lots of LED events across the country, not only in states, all over the country. And also through the print media and electronic media, they will certainly circulate the message that how BJP was fighting for this Ram Temple and how they are going to make it big event in Ayodhya. That's why they have channelized and arranged lots of events in Ayodhya.
Interesting, Shivendra, that there would be Prime Minister and senior leaders, but a limited number as well. However, with just 9 days to go for the ceremony in Ayodhya, politics is speaking, and that politics is over the invite that is intensifying. Leader of Congress party in the Lok Sabha, Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary, has now said that former Chief Justice of India, Ranjan Gogoi, should be invited for the Bhumi Pujan event on the 5th of August. He's taken to social media site Twitter, and Adi Ranjan Chaudhary is saying the former CJI was instrumental in delivering the grand verdict on the Ram Temple, and it will be great injustice if he is not invited. Remember, Prime Minister Modi will be present in Ayodhya. There will also be Home Minister Amit Shah. As per sources, L.K. Advani, Murli Manohar Joshi and more likely will also be present at the ceremony. Anand Patel tracking all the latest on that. Anand, it's very interesting. So is this, to be honest, is he being serious or is he taking a sarcastic dig of inviting a former CJI? Because that usually does not happen. So what are you picking up on this comment? How is it panning out politically?
Well, it's certainly a political jibe, Pooja. You see, the manner in which this tweet has come just days ahead of the grand foundation stone laying ceremony at Ayodhya, in which Prime Minister Narendra Modi and his top cabinet colleagues are likely to participate. Now, this is going to be a historic event, Pooja. But if you look at the politics of it, Adi Ranjan Chaudhary mincing no words and throwing a jibe at former Chief Justice Ranjan Gogoi. Remember, during the Parliament session also, when Ranjan Gogoi came to Parliament to take oath in Rajya Sabha, the uproarious scenes were there and the entire opposition staged a walkout, shouting slogans against him and also alleging that there was some kind of a deal. So that politics is still playing out. While we can say that the judgment which was delivered by Ranjan Gogoi and 4 of his colleagues in the Supreme Court was a practical one, but it wasn't flawless and that debate is still going on. So while the matter has been settled legally, the issue continues to stoke, controversies in the political circles, and it will continue to do so in the years to come.
Anand, you've raised an interesting point. There has been controversy over the former CJI already with that uproar, but do you think now that there will be all these other leaders of the BJP who are associated with the Ram Janmabhoomi movement, they're also being invited, and now the former CJI is being dragged into the controversy. So it's not going to be a smooth day, clearly, on August 5.
Certainly, yes. You know, there'll be a lot of politics, a lot of words spoken, barbs flying back and forth from both the, ruling party and the opposition. And remember, the BJP is going all out to make it a historic one. We've heard from the BJP leaders that the Prime Minister is going to be there, followed by all his top cabinet colleagues. There's talk that Advani, who led the Rath Yatra in the past, is also tipped to be attending the function, and also the VHP is going all out to make it a grand one, making an appeal to Hindus all across the country and the world to observe Diwali, to light diyas on the day foundation ceremony takes place. So basically, this is playing out just as the BJP has planned, just ahead of the Bihar elections and the other elections in 2021. Almost 5 states will be going to elections in 2021. So quite, auspicious as far as the religious sentiments are concerned, but politically also, BJP has been managing to do things as it has planned for its
despite the court
gains.
verdict, Anand, we can see that politics not far behind with regard to this issue at least. Thank you so much for all the updates. Some breaking news coming in. Let's take a look. And more politics now on actor Sushant Singh